There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers.
Down, 10 Lobo. So don't say nothing. Check 13. Check 13.
On first down, McLeod, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First down, Cowboys.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well. We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. First carry for Darius Geis. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, orbit. Hey, rock it. Rock. Ready?
Off play action. Bell. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Looking to throw. Bell. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. It's been a long day for you. Mike's 5-4.
Big grip.
On 3rd down, Bell. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. That is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying...
He's got a man. Complete. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. For touchdown. Packers. A big play there. 94 yards. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't come before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll set up a throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard at the 15-yard line.
Geis. And this time he's not going anywhere. Leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Rock it. Hey, high 7.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That's pulled in at the 32. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Got it.
Rack
McLeod. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you talk about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every...
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I got one.
From the gun, Bell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
I got one. Get it.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a toss. This is Geis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
At the Cowboys' 14-yard line.
Here we go. 60 or.
Kill. 36.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Like
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
5.
To throw on 2nd down. Bell looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Mike's Go. 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Let's go.
44's the mic. Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Bell. And he's got it. touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to...
It got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Cooper was the target there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
70, Indy.
That's what I do. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Not today, you are.
Off the play fake. Now, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45. Yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
56. Pick it up, guys.
Hey, Echo.
56.
Go.
They start the second half with a run by Geis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Get it.
Now a run with Geis. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 30-yard line.
Let's go
3
now.
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you.
Now.
Here's Bell. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 23.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Sam off.
Stop here, D. Check.
5.
On 1st down, this is Geis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Watch the safety creep.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
It's Geis on the counter. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
You. Go.
So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Team 6. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. What? 54.
Operating from the gun. Bell into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Josh Adams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Come on,
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mike Foco. Exit.
Go out.
Shit. Whip.
Topper. Go. Check up.
44's the Mike.
5.
On 3rd and 2. Bell, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. 15 line. 54.
We got it.
Clear.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. From the gun, Bell. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
54. Mark 54.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That's our ball. Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Hey, Delta.
47 to Mike.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
All day. 25.
Here's Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Hey, foxtrot.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, Zoo. Yo, you're fine.
2nd and long. And he's going to go down again. Rashawn Gary, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Intended that time for Cooper.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On the ground, it's Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Hey, check. 44, Mike, 44.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Pilot, 64, weak. Leo. Bravo. Deep dribble.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Bell, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Running one, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Cooper was the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Ready.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Defense, let's go.
Get it.
This is Geis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Ready?
On 3rd and 2, Bell. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I got you.
That one looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike the gun.
From the gun, Bell. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Hey, watch that. Ready?
Off play action. Bell. And fights him off. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.